Vivian Ontwabi Wole classified as the population woke up to the tragic news of 5 persons drowned in a river known early Thursday. More on the story with our report.
The 5 victims, amongst whom a 1-year-old baby, drowned in River Noon early this Thursday morning as they were returning to Komemba, a village in Bangurin in the Noon Division, after attending a funeral. The ceremony took place in Bisa, a neighboring village in the northwest region. As soon as news of the tragic incident spread, the population of Komemba rushed towards the river and have since then been in shock as many families are affected. In Komemba village, early Thursday morning, the first group of persons boarded the canoe. Along their journey, a violent wind destabilized the canoe and it capsized. The victims include Mumeni Abubakar, 70 years old, Fondiku Yangchua, 40, Achikatu, 25, Ramaitu, 35, and the 1-year-old baby, the paddler, and a lady, Hermine, a violent wind with the driver. Only the corpse of the baby has already been retrieved. The remains of the other victims are still being searched.
And institutions still in place after 6 years. The alarm to outwit the outlaw but cheers was sounded last April 2023 by a development. Beatrice Gabo has the rest of that story.
Of public companies and institutions are outlawed opened the eyes of many. It came to the limelight that many of the bocce have been imposed beyond the provision of the 12 July 2017 law on public establishments and company terms of office, 3 years renewable ones. That is 6 years duration. 86 General, former Director General. The names and faces we all know. 31 are between 6 to 11 years. 16 others with longevity of 12 to 17, 3 with 18 to 23 years, 3 more 23 to over 30, and only 7 bocce, according to a study by the governance expert Vivian Ontwabi Wole, have respected this as not conducive to performance and others. Though appointed by the head of state, the discretion, like decision, belongs to him alone.
And the following story.
More than a decade now, Cameroon is amongst the countries. Recent reports from various research organizations reveal this practice is gradually killing the economy. Pundits hold that a growing percentage of the overall imports render the economy vulnerable and can trigger another food riot. Experts at the University of Douala have criticized government's policy to boost local production with little success. 2020, Cameroon had a deficit of billion francs CFA. These are the real problems to be addressed. We need to modernize. We need enable projects. The problem is real. Based on these shortcomings, the School of Engineering of the University of Douala is championing the course to develop and modernize the entire food production chain, from production to processing around the production of flour. University experts have called on different sectors to count on the University of Douala for development solutions.
And hometown to Luggage, how well do travel agencies ensure their safety? Hyson Chair and Chelsea Kuman when finding out. And
it is a hustle and bustle atmosphere that welcomes us at this traveling agency in Tongolo, Yaoundé. Luggage is being packed, passengers on standby, and identification elements put on their bags. This to combat the rising phenomenon of luggage theft in agencies, especially during crowded moments. According to the bus manager, security measures have been put in place in 2 phases, ensuring the luggage is not confused with another's, and also special regard on the to and fro movement. Aside securing the luggage, the security of the passengers is also a major concern.
Concernant les bagages, comme vous avez. Alors si vous lancez un regard dans
remains of theft from the passengers.
Les voyageurs et leurs bagages.
But from the observation seen on the ground, clients and passengers still cast doubt on such measures. Majority of the passengers equally underline that with the state of the buses, only God can take them safely to their various destinations. These as they go through the usual routine, like checking in with tickets, verification and loading of the luggage. safeguarding their seats, getting set to hit the highway with care as the watchword.
And after many years in the pool of dust and mud, inhabitants of the neighborhoods in Comisen, the nation's police attacks via transportation difficulties have greatly reduced, and they now go about their daily activities with so much ease. Our reporters hides the population.
Without face masks, only known for heavy dust and mud, stretch of road now breathes some tar. The work advancement highly appreciated by the inhabitants.
Comisen was a very dusty, but it is very clean. You come in the morning, you just put things outside and just sit.
Before, these food sellers were unable to expose their dishes by the roadside. This because dust was an unwanted ingredient.
Outside. Thank God for the work.
From changing shoes and clothes while moving from Comisen to other areas to wearing just one, the inhabitants heave a sigh of relief.
Too much dust. So when you just reach there, they will say, oh, she's from Comisen. But now, I can even wear like one dress. I will still repeat tomorrow that they will finish the routes all over the place.
Nous prions que s'ils peuvent achever le travail pour que la satisfaction soit totale.
It should, however, be noted that the road with the tarred portion, road junction,
and even a big surgery and human reproductive teaching hospital, Kasia Jean-Marie Kasia, Wednesday, following the birth of two babies after numerous complications. More on the story with our reporter, Beatrice Gamu.
Medical officials have come to realize that once many
is to stress on young girls to have their baby very young. So this one it's at 40, and this is a very, 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 very difficult pregnancy. So when it happens, you have to take care. This is why this institution has been put on, to take care of this type of difficult situations as far as pregnancy is concerned.
In hospital, Crasser, long and difficult journey.
Then at that moment, it fragilizes the uterus. So when the pregnancy comes later, it can...
But babies were delivered safely and in good health, thanks to the expertise at this fertility hospital.
Normal pregnancy and even difficult pregnancy. So that the people should know that it is not expensive. I'm even stressed on all women to come and deliver in this hospital.
Her obstetric mission from the presidential couple is to respond to all babies have been delivered this far year through in vitro fertilization.
The session of the International Muslim Conference taking place in Yaoundé. More on the story with our reporter, Aisincha.
They gathered in thousands as the International Muslim Conference opened in Yaoundé this July 13, with sole focus on empowering women and the youths and building peace.
C'est l'autonomisation des femmes, c'est l'autonomisation des jeunes.
We are empowering women and youths. Empowering, not only material, they easily go astray. For the much needed peace, we need the force of the women.
Et la femme, elle nous stabilise.
The giant platform was opened by the Prime Minister, Head of Government, Joseph John Goute, who urged
people's development. In this context, it is essential that women and young people in general, and those from the Islamic tradition in particular, see it as an instrument of personal development.
Actors in the 2 days forum will equally review social norms limiting Muslim girls.
Female genital mutilation in child marriage.
And at the end of the conference, participants are expected to step up the sensitization and advocacy for policymakers to render the Muslim female gender.
About part 3, these works of art are loved by many and used to beautify objects of beauty, to beautify their homes. To learn more about this, a sector reporter, Saleh Sharifa, has been talking with actors of the sector. Her story.
In this business for more than 50 years now. In his shop located at the Marché de Fleurs in Bonapriso, Douala, hundreds of flower jars are exhibited. Surprisingly, he is not the artist behind these wonderful items, but rather a dealer. To stock up and make his customers happy, he goes to the pottery in Bamising, located in the northwest region.
The customer that buy the pots.
Their beauty is visible and catchy even from a distance. The first thing that catches the eye when you arrive here are these artistic works of all forms. Ambe says, despite the difficulties encountered, they
have the big time to produce than the small one.
Like many other activities, this sector of activity experiences good and bad periods. Customers come from far and near to purchase these items. The lifespan of these items is indefinite and depends on the use of each owner. Their prices range from 1,000 francs to 200,000 francs, depending on the size and quality.
And the multiplier effects of holidays is being felt by different sectors of the economy, with business on full.
In this tailoring workshop at the Tudi neighborhood in Yaoundé, it is merely a discussion forum for the ladies, the machines idling, as the holiday period has imposed moments of hard times on them.
En ce moment, vraiment, il n'y a pas d'ambiance.
The ambiance is timid. People complain that there is no money in circulation. Some have abandoned their...
And in the absence of clients, they only spend time beautifying themselves.
These holidays, everything is slow. As you can see, we have nothing doing. We are forced to plate each other while waiting for the few clients that may show up here.
Faced with the difficulties, they are forced to adopt other possible measures to attract customers.
We have even launched promotions, reducing the cost. We advertise through our telephones, indicating the price drop. We also reduce the cost for regular clients.
These, they cry out, will definitely affect their take-home package at the end of the month.
And that report brings us to the end of this edition of the Prime Time Newscast in the English language on Canal International. Thanks so much for watching. But coming up next is the brief with Lil Pijou. As for me, I'll be back same time, this time around tomorrow. Good night.